Example of how every Aaron Carter interview goes. So today we have Aaron Carter. It's really nice to meet you.
Hey, yeah, of course, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, Aaron, so before we get into this, just have a quick question to ask you. Are you ready?
Yep, show. Let's do it. I'm an open book.
Okay. What color is the sky?
Well, oh man, that's an interesting question. Bruh, haters say that the sky is blue, but really, that they don't have my IQ. Like, I have 158 IQ. I'm with it. I'm so with it. When I was growing up, I was very famous. I had money. I had girls. I had like 21 dogs. I made millions before I was 10 years old. I was slinging dope. I actually got initiated into a gang. I carried a strap. I had rocks in my socks, and I also had a gun tucked in my underwear with my name on it. I was just a G, straight up. They called me G Carter. I had to turn to the streets. I always say the streets, it's like my home. You got a problem with me? Let's take it to the streets like a real man, because I'm a real man now. I hit with millions of dollars of taxes, and they took all my money. So I actually had to work. I had to move to New York all by myself. No help from Nick and the Backstreet Boys. Oh my God. What kind of brother does that? I was broke off my ass, man. But now, I am the dopest producer in this game. Like, no one can touch me. No one. No one can touch Aaron Carter. Not even the Backstreet Boys. I had to go to rehab because I was huff and duster, and I put out my love album. Now look at me. I'm engaged to a beautiful woman, even though, I got a felony on her. Sorry, Melanie. It's just these haters. They're calling me a pet, saying all this stuff, but it's the girls. It's the little girl's fault that I came on to her at 15 years old. It was her fault. It's her fault that I groomed her. That's how it works, in case you were wondering. Now I'm rich as yeah, LMG, Love Money Gang. But now it's Skittles Gang. Skittles Gang. And if you're not a part of the Skittles Gang, done.
I asked you what color the sky was. Hey, it's Marshmallow back with a new video. Yep, I'm gonna be reacting to Aaron Carter's new interview with VladTV. Y'all wanted it. I asked on Instagram what you guys wanted to see, how you wanted me to do this. Like either one video where I summarized everything, showing clips here and there, or showing my reaction, and y'all wanted the reaction. So it's gonna be a couple parts just so it's not hella long, and I'm not gonna do the whole interview. Vlad, please don't copyright strike me. I'll just link the whole interview down below if you want to watch it, but I'm just gonna watch the important parts. This interview, too much Aaron for me. Like, I am done for at least a week or two, like way too much. It's funny, it's very humorous, but it's also very irritating. Lots of lies, insanity, and no offense to Vlad, but Vlad not having the balls to say anything. But let's get to it. Sorry if these clips aren't in order. I just went on YouTube and went down the lists. Also, in one of these parts, I am gonna be talking about Ganville's video that he just did about Aaron, so stay tuned for that. First thing I noticed about this interview, he looks crazy. Again, you're not thug, you're not ghetto, like you look ridiculous. Glad he doesn't have the Skittles hair that he has now, because that would be even more ratchet. But spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the interview, he talks a lot about Orlando Brown. I'm not like him. But bruh, you're dressed like him right now, so what? Okay, anyways.
All right, here we go. We have pop music royalty in the building right now.
What's up, my man?
Aaron
It's a
Carter.
pleasure to be here.
Yeah, pleasure to have you here.
Big fan.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Vlad, why did you bring him on? You like clickbaited the shit out of him, basically, because people will watch because he's a train wreck.
you're responsible for selling how many millions of albums at this point?
It's reached about 65, 70 million albums.
70 million. That's worldwide, right?
Internationally, yeah. I sold 10 million records before I turned 10 years old.
Wow.
65 to 70 million records sold? Bullshit. I know Wikipedia is not the best source, but on Wikipedia, it says he sold 10 million albums as a kid. There's nothing really on Love, though. A ton of streams on Spotify. Like, he has 88 million on, I think, Sooner or Later. That's a lot, but that's not record sales. That's different. So I don't know where the other 55 to 60 million came from. It definitely didn't come from Love. So where are you getting 65 to 70 million, bro?
I have such qualms with social media.
Qualms with social media? That's all you do. You spend literally 24/7 on social media. That's how you get your money, because you beg people for money. What do you mean you have qualms with it?
A lot of people are jealous,
Honey, no one's jealous of you.
They almost like want to bring people down when they see them going up.
You bring people down.
I feel like the perception of people who are also maybe rock bottom, they want to keep you down with them. So they don't want to really lift people up when they see themselves pick themselves up.
You're talking about yourself.
From what I understand, it was somewhat of a dysfunctional home.
You know, I think each child in the family has their own 2 cents and their own perspectives.
You are literally the only one, aside from your parents, that says that you didn't have a dysfunctional family or upbringing. And look at you now, dysfunctional as fuck.
In my opinion, being the baby of the family, like Michael Jackson and like people like that.
Do not compare yourself to MJ in any way.
What they try to do is they try to, like older family members, is they always try to become the patriarchs and the matriarchs of the family.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter is I'm 32, going to be 33 years old, and I am the real patriarch of my family.
You are the real patriarch of your family? Chris just said, not the patriarch, he's the petty of his family. So accurate. I love him.
I really love my family, but at the same time, I would much rather be appreciated for my accolades versus shortcomings that I have overcome and transcended from, if that makes sense.
I gotcha. Because, you talked about abuse from some of the siblings.
Yeah.
Here we go. Lying about your family again.
Like you talked about how your sister did something to you, or?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I mean, unfortunately, for me, I had to really release these skeletons from my closet and be as transparent with the world as possible, because I felt like this is the only way that, well, not the only way, but one of the ways that people will have a newfound respect for me.
Literally just admitted he wants respect from his abuse. So he wasn't getting respect with the bull he was doing before, so then he has to make abuse claims that aren't true to get respect. Out of here.
I got 5 restraining orders right now.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? From my family. When they're sending me messages on Christmas. After I supposedly wanted to kill my sister-in-law and her unborn child because I broke up with my ex-girlfriend who's a crazy Russian bitch. And she made up a lie.
Okay.
Vlad literally doesn't care. You can tell.
I hope the best from my family, right? But I don't like fallacies. And I don't like it when I'm shining the light on somebody else for their free, for them to try to turn around and make it about me.
You made lies about your family after the restraining order. What do you mean? That's when you came out about Angel being addicted to Xanax. Nick, everyone. You're petty, butthurt.
I will tell you right now, I'm not an Orlando Brown.
Prime example. You are an Orlando Brown. Way to throw him under the bus, though. Who are you to throw anyone under the bus? Hate to tell ya, but you're one and the same.
I did a whole Jimmy Neutron soundtrack. Aaron Carter. It was never some sort of fake name.
The whole Jimmy Neutron soundtrack? I had that Jimmy Neutron soundtrack. It was my jam. Pretty sure it wasn't all just Aaron Carter. I'm pretty sure there was Backstreet Boys were on it. NSYNC was on it. Lil Romeo and Nick Cannon. Like, it wasn't just Aaron Carter. Let's look it up. Oh, yeah, the whole album. 3 out of 15 songs. Did y'all know 3 out of 15 means the whole thing? But nice try.
Your brother, before he joined Backstreet Boys, was actually...
Uh-oh. Vlad mentioned Nick and the Backstreet Boys. I can taste the salt from here.
offered to join the Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah. Apparently, that's what he was talking about the other day.
Yeah.
He's acting like Nick just pulled the whole Mickey Mouse Club out of thin air. Just the other day, Nick's been talking about that. It's public knowledge.
I started kind of hitting right around at 12, because I was doing acting and singing at the same time, and I went for an audition for Disney, for the Mouse Club. And the Mouse Club, the ones with Justin and Brittany, all the same kids, they had offered me a contract, Disney did. It was a $50,000 contract. And then I
would have snatched that up.
I did not, because we actually met Lou Pearlman and the Backstreet Boys at the same time. And my mother gave me a choice between the two at 12 years old. She said, which one do you want to do? We can do this thing that's really, you don't know where it's going to head with the Backstreet Boys, and then this contract with the Mouse Club. And sure enough, Mouse Club, about a couple years later, kind of folded, and we did it and did my audition. And then I think the same day, I went and did an audition for the Mickey Mouse Club. And as we came back home, and we got back home and we waited the next day, for the callbacks or whatever happened, nervous about that.
Yeah.
I got 2 callbacks, and I got one from Mickey Mouse Club and one from the Backstreet Boys, which wasn't called the Backstreet Boys at the time. And the Mickey Mouse Club actually offered me a contract to be on the show. It was like a lucrative contract. It was $50,000 at that time. When I was, 1991, 92. And my mom said, well, do you want to do this or do you want to do that? And I made the choice to go with the Backstreet Boys, which there was no money at the time, or no offers.
But, typical jealous Aaron.
And he turned it down.
Okay.
I guess they turned down like 50 grand. to go with the Backstreet Boys. I think around 2016, and you had mentioned this in your No Jumper interview.
Vlad, I'm not trying to be a hater on you, but do your research. The No Jumper interview was not in 2016. It was like, I'm pretty sure he had one at the end of 2018 and then like 2 more throughout 2019. So
that's when your brother Nick was accused of being Melissa Schuman 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Did you know Melissa?
I know of Melissa.
You know of Melissa. That's why when you made all these claims between her and your brother, you said, oh, I was there. I was there when it actually happened. Oh, I hung out with Melissa all the time. How about all those live video calls you had with her? How about when she went to court with you? What do you mean you know of her? You know her. You were helping her.
Hey.
What's up?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
This is controversial, you know that, right? This is so controversial. We're gonna total it about that.
What's that?
People are gonna be like talking about this.
Who? You know, like who?
Well,
Like who are like who?
like, come on, let's be honest.
What I will say in regards to this is when I got on Instagram Live with Melissa Schuman, that's when all the restraining orders came after me, right after.
Aha.
Okay?
Right, because she
So put two
tried
and two together
to,
here.
You were salty.
I guess she tried to file a charge against him, but it was past the statute of limitations.
Correct, 8 years.
Although I heard that this law has changed.
Well,
That's what I heard.
You
I
know
was
what?
talking to
Oh God, Vlad, do not get that idea in his head because he'll bring it back up and try to do something. Even though he went back on it and said it was a lie, but it's Aaron.
a reporter friend of mine, and you know, like that one guy.
hopefully they'll just arbitrate and pay. He can pay everybody off or whatever it is allegedly, and just like I don't care. But the fact of the matter is when I speak, I don't get cease and desists or defamations of character or slander. You know why? Because I'm telling the truth, and there's factual information circumstantial factual information that backs it up.
Now you're going back saying you're telling the truth. You said you were lying. You said Melissa was lying.
Melissa Schuman and her father, Jerry Schuman, immediately put me in a predicament that I already wanted to be put into. That's what the black web was. So basically, it all started with the video and the Instagram interview that I did with Melissa Schuman. Okay, now Melissa Schuman is a woman who alleged that my brother, when she was 18 years old in 2003 at the Ocean Towers in Santa Monica. How do I know this? I'm his brother. I lived there. I wonder if Melissa Schuman remembers that I was there. I wonder if she remembers that the validity behind what she has been doing is not valid. There is none. The black web runs deep, yo. I've exposed it all. I'm the biggest silence breaker, and I'm the most fucking fearless one. You can't fuck with me. You fuck with me, I'm gonna fucking destroy you in fucking court. Alright? It's a wrap. Don't fuck with me anymore. Don't fuck with me anymore. Back the fuck up. And leave my goddamn family alone.
I'm getting This is weird. Is there actually something wrong with him, or is he just a compulsive liar and forgets what he says?
So therefore, if you do send a lawsuit like that towards me, anybody out there, I will countersue you and I will win. Because I have the factual information. It's freedom of speech and it's public knowledge.
Oh, you're good with freedom of speech, but we're not. Like, no one else is, just you. Oh, you and LMG, of course. I get it now. I totally get it. I didn't realize that. Take me away.
Well,
But at the same time, let me explain something. Not to interrupt you.
No.
Oh my God. Shut the hell up. You are literally the interrupting queen.
There are going to be people out there that are going to, they're going to make lies.
You.
They're going to make fallacies. They're
You.
going to want attention grabs.
You.
They want to label me as a and all this kind of crazy stuff. And it all started happening right after I started talking to Melissa Schuman.
You are. It has nothing to do with Melissa.
where did this whole thing? Because I was kind of doing some research and I was seeing some accusations, but I had no idea what they were even
Yeah,
about.
so
Vlad, you don't know what happened? He sent a 15-year-old a picture of his little wiener after she stated she was 15. That's what happened. There's screenshots. He admitted to it.
My hands with you, bro, because look, man, the shit alone with the fucking 15-year-old text messages, that's enough to fucking bury me in the fucking dirt if I stood by you, if you don't hold accountability.
That girl was in the wrong. She already tried to press charges.
Aaron,
And
she was
denied
a
it,
fucking
and look.
minor, and after she told you her age, you still sent the picture. I have it in front of me, okay? Listen, bro, don't fucking play my fucking brain for a stupid idiot. Look, bro, I care about you, but that's a fucking thing
I'm
that
not-
alone
that's-
I should have stepped away at first as I seen it, bro.
Then step away, and then I'll have to, you know, I'll have to handle this with my attorney and with
Aaron,
the DA.
your turn. There's nothing that you're with me. I'm not doing anything fucking
No, not
wrong to
you.
you.
I'm talking about with the girl, dude.
Okay, well, I don't know what they're doing. I haven't talked to that girl. I haven't talked to anybody. I seen what I seen.
I just talked to her a month ago.
Okay. I mean,
A month
the
ago, she
accountability
apologized
alone,
to
bro.
me.
Okay, but the accountability alone.
apologized to me.
Were you wrong
She
in
apologized
text
to me.
messaging her? Were you wrong? She apologized to you, but were you wrong texting her after she told you she was 15?
Was I wrong?
Yeah, your accountability is a big deal to me, bro.
Of course, of course.
Okay, well, that, based on that alone, is why I gotta step away, bro, because I expose that kind of shit.
So basically, with what I do, I've been doing this since I was a little kid, right? So not only are like the older sisters really my fans, but their younger sisters are my fans too. And a lot of the times what they'll do is they'll lie about their ages.
Yes, girls lying about their age, that's wrong, 100%. But in this case, like I have said many times, there's proof of her telling the truth of her age. You still did it. So when I recorded this video, I didn't realize that there were two different underage girls. Alana, she was 15, he sent a dick pic to when he was 26. And then there was another one, Callie Nicole. Same situation, basically. You'll see in another clip of mine where he's actually kissing her during the Fantastics when she was underage. Spoiler alert there. He's a two different young girls. That's disgusting.
Right? So there was this girl, I'm not even going to say her name, but she's getting handled. We'll take care of it, my attorneys and I. But she was coming to me at the Fantastics when she was like 16, 17 years old, which is consensual, by the way, but
You were almost 30, and you're saying 16 to 17's okay. Where I live in Pennsylvania, the age of consent is 18. I think at 16, it's like a 4-year difference where they can't like press charges, if it's consensual, of course. I know there are other states that are like 17 for the age of consent, but either way, how about like morals? She was under the age of 18, dude. That's disgusting. It's not like you were like 20 years old, you know what I mean? And I'm fine with age gap relationships. Obviously, I'm in one, but I was 18 when Chris and I started dating. Actually, I was 19 and a half because I was halfway to 20. I was of age, clearly of age. But Erin's all good. It's all good in the hood. She's 16 or 17. It's great. That's creepy.
when she did come, I was given a heads up by a lot of people that she was lying about her age. So when she kept showing up, I kept telling her, go away from me. Get away from me.
You didn't say that in your texts.
And now she's all over trying to say, oh, Aaron Carter groomed me and all this stuff. Well, no, fuck you. Like, absolutely not, because I got the screenshots of you.
We have the screenshots, so...
And then I ended up hooking up with that girl 4 years later in a threesome.
This man just admitted to sleeping with the girl? What? That just makes you look even more guilty. Child grooming, dude. Guilty as fuck. Throw the book at this bitch.
I mean, in the Me Too era, where you could accuse anyone of anything with no proof,
Then why weren't you
no
doing it then?
anything. Like, yeah.
Why weren't you doing it then?
Yeah.
You know?
Why did you wait till your sister was dead for many years to make claims of her you?
And then same thing goes for like Melissa Schuman. Okay, well, why did you wait till the statute of limitations exceeded?
Yeah.
You know, the time frame.
Well,
Pot, meat, kettle.
you're doing, by 2017, you're doing various tours. And there's a situation with your drummer.
Oh, yeah, my drummer, he stole some money from me, and then I turned around and fired him, and then he broke my jaw in 3 different places. Walked out and said, Petey, come here, I gotta talk to you, man, right now. Get your ass out here. And he's a big black dude, man, but I ain't scared of no one.
Why did he change his accent when he said that? He was a big black dude. He's such a weirdo.
Turn around, and I wake up, a glimpse in the ambulance, with them, my whole jaw strapped, broken in 3 different places, cracking and clicking and popping. I couldn't even move. Glimpsed, and then I woke up in the hospital. And I finally regained consciousness after like 2 hours of basically being cold, knocked out, because he sucker punched me when I turned around. And he broke my jaw. And I went back by myself, and I re-broke my jaw in 2 other places just so I could finish this concert for this little girl.
Oh, wow. So you actually sang that night.
I had to do it for her. She was not going to be with us for too much longer, and I had to fulfill my duty.
That's dope.
You sang with a severely broken jaw. How'd you do that? I've never seen videos of that.
So your brother kind of gets on first, and you follow as a solo artist.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Now, was he already popping by the time you get signed, or is he still in
Oh,
development?
no, they blew up right away. As soon as they got rid
Aha.
of Charles and Sam,
It
the
was
Action Boys
out
were
of here.
off to the races, man.
Okay, and then they looked at you like, okay,
They did a
this
song
is...
called Lover Boy. It was, I think, one of the first songs they ever did. Women be my lover boy. And it was the first one. And they were wearing like black jackets, looking like Fonzie and stuff. Like 1993, 94. It was
I mean,
cool. So.
what?
You know, he talks so much on Nick and the Backstreet Boys, but look at him. Look at him now as he's talking about it. He's glowing. He looks genuinely happy talking about them. That just shows like jealousy is a gross thing.
Is it kind of amazing being that, I mean, you were what, 6 years old, seeing your brother blow up like that?
Well, the cool part about it actually that worked in a mysterious way is because I produced my own music, you know? And on my last album, my Love album, we're almost at 2 million record sales.
Yeah.
For one, he's always flipping it back to him. But he just said the Love album sold 2 million records worldwide. Okay. So earlier in the video, you said that you have sold overall 65 to 70 million records worldwide. As it states, you sold about 10 million as a kid and then 2 million with Love. Where did you come up with the other 50 million? For years, between like 14 years old till the Love album, you did nothing. And even if you did, you weren't selling records at all. I'm really confused. You're either really dumb and really bad at math, or you're just talking out of your ass. I'm gonna go with the second option. He definitely doesn't have common sense, but pretty sure you can add 10 plus 2 doesn't equal 65 to 70. I'm just saying. Caught in another lie. And Vlad said nothing.
You get signed around 7 years old, and was Lou Pearlman already in the picture in terms of management or production company?
Well, it was Lou Pearlman and Johnny Wright that ran Transcontinental Records. Okay?
Right.
So they were partners, all right? And Johnny Wright, who still manages Justin Timberlake to this day, he managed me on and off, you know, throughout the course of my career. Not right now, I manage myself. But they told me years later that my first single, Crush on You, they did it as a joke.
Oh my God, full circle. He started out as a joke, and he's still a joke.
Okay.
They wanted to see, well, you know, here's Aaron, you know, he's spunky, he's fun, he's always coming to the studio with Nick, and, you know, watching Max Martin make all their music, and that's why I wanted to be a producer. That's what it meant a lot to me. But, like, I mean, wait, what was it? Go back to the beginning.
Well,
oh my God, he literally had to ask what the question was because he keeps redirecting. What a freaking narcissist.
They would always call Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Aaron Carter, and Britney Spears. Lou Pearlman would always call us his Fantastic Four.
Yeah, he was a powerhouse.
Because we were the ones, we were the 4 artists that he had that were making hundreds of millions of dollars.
And
so we were called the Fantastic Four.
And selling hundreds of millions of albums. Like,
correct.
You guys
Correct.
were really destroying it. I don't think you could really compare it to anything these days, as big as that was.
It'll never be like that again.
Yeah.
And not until I start hitting the music again.
Oh, that's funny. So you're gonna be bigger than 90s, early 2000s Backstreet Boys, bigger than 90s, early 2000s NSYNC, bigger than 90s, early 2000s Britney Spears, and bigger than yourself as a kid? Sit the down. It ain't happening.
Yeah. And like,
seriously, because everybody doubted me, man. They were like, oh, and when I released my album, they were like, someone said to me, oh, it shows what great producers can do for you. And I said, go check the credits. I'm a producer. Thank you, though, for the backhanded compliment.
Well,
Love was okay. It wasn't bad. Like, I loved Fool's Gold. Sooner or Later was all right, and there was like a couple other songs that I didn't mind. Don't listen to the garbage now because I ain't trying to give him any streams, but I'm not into like the techno-y EDM type music. So in my opinion, it wasn't that bad. Like, I've heard him make worse music, especially recently. His old clown raps and horrible drumming skills. But the problem is, Aaron, is you're lazy as you're not gonna get anywhere being that lazy. I say the same thing about myself. I spend so much time filming and editing, it's crazy. But if I really discipline myself to really do it, like lose sleep over it and upload more, my channel might be a little bit bigger than it is. Unlike Aaron, I work 10-hour days, 6 days a week. 60-hour weeks I'm at work. But on my breaks, I'm editing. When I get home, I'm filming or I'm editing. What's his excuse? He does nothing except for sit down on his ass, getting high, talking while he's on live. That's all he does. He isn't gonna sell records by doing that.
And I love my life. That's why it's like, you know, there's different stories from the family. Oh, they did this, parents did this. We had great parents, man. What got in the way was money, cosmetics, superficialities, and fame.
Oh, okay. Your parents didn't do anything wrong? Oh my bad. I got it wrong. Let me guess. It was all Nick, right?
Paul Peterson, the child actor, Coogan Law, 50% of your
whose
money.
parents stole all his money.
Correct.
So they made a law after him.
So my parents decided to find a way to get around that.
Okay.
And when I turned 18 years old, I got hit with $7.8 million of taxes that they didn't pay when I was 11 and 12 years old.
Wow.
and all the penalties.
So
And then I had to fight that. And when I turned 18, I got trust money. I got my trust money, but they wanted to take all my money away from me right away.
because of taxes.
Yeah, and because I was the only one that had money. and then I have to go spend a few years, build myself a bankruptcy case with no money. Really, I went broke. I was completely like reckless with my money, shoes and this and cars and all this stuff. It's stupid.
You're still reckless with money. I say that because you have to beg for money online and also pimp out your girl on OnlyFans and unfortunately show your little gross. All right, so then I have to cut it right here just so it's not too long. Part 2 will be coming out very soon, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when that comes up. And also follow me on social media. I always let y'all know when a new video's up. Part 2 is coming. I am out like a boner in sweatpants, and I'll see you in part 2. Bye!